Hello and welcome to today's vlog. If you are new here, my name is Chelsea. I am a third grade teacher in Pennsylvania, going into my 4th year of teaching here. And today is day 3, classroom setup. Today is going to be a big student supply day. So I'm going to organize, label, distribute all that kind of stuff. Today's vlog might be a little iffy because there's a lot of people in the building today, not only teachers, but also new families and kindergarten families and some of my old students. So we'll see how vlogging goes today. I think everything should be wrapped up by noon, so it should get a little more normal after that. But just bear with me if things are a little wonky this morning. I'm just gonna straight dive in and time lapse all this stuff. Just checking in. As you saw, I got all of that stuff labeled and organized. Now I just need to distribute it out into all of the kids' desks. I did get my copy numbers up as well, as you saw, so that's good. I am in pretty good shape, feeling good. I just don't really want to do this task because I know it's going to be a lot of running around back and forth, but it is what it is. Checking in again because a lot of time has passed. In the middle of my distribution of student supplies, my mom called me and let me know that she was ready to go to Costco. I joined her today. I remember doing it last year during classroom setup, so I tried to make it happen again this year. It's just a fun time. And then my aunt came to visit my classroom, which was so special because she was my kindergarten teacher. And when I was growing up, I would also always help her set up her classroom, and she retired last year. So this was her first back to school season where she wasn't setting up, so she wanted to come see my room, which was so special. But then I did finish distributing all the student materials and I am ready to start on my next task, which is attaching my student name tags to the desks. I realized kind of too late that I wanted to do it a certain way. I wasn't originally planning on using those Target adhesive pockets because I just thought they were kind of okay when I used them in the past. But then I remembered that when I didn't use them, I had a kid spill their water on their desk the first week of school, and it bled all the colors on their name tag, and it was just wrecked without that pocket. So I feel like I need to fully seal these name tags on, but I don't have enough pockets and Target didn't have any when I went there. So here's my plan. This is too much information. I don't think this matters. But anyways, I'm going to tape them on like I normally would, 2 tape donuts, smack it on there. But then I'm gonna take packing tape and I'm gonna literally seal it in so no spills can seep under there. Now I am not gonna do it for any of my kids that have nicknames because the first day of school when they arrive, I'll be like, hey, do you go by this name or this name? What do you want your name tag to say? I won't seal those in fully. I'll just tape them on donut style. So then if they wanna go by the other one, I can swap it out. And at that point, I can seal it in. But it's gonna be a lot more annoying to seal them all in with packing tape than slip them in those pouches, but I only have 15. So it's just not enough. So yeah, I'm gonna start working on that task and then we'll see what we can get into next. All right, so the name tags are attached. They look pretty good. Not perfect, but that's okay. They feel solid. But this is what we've got going on for like kids with maybe nicknames. I just like donut taped them on, and then on the first day of school I will ask which name they prefer, and at that point I will seal that on. I think I have 4 kids who may or may not go by a nickname, so I will deal with that on the first day. Now the next thing I'm going to do is organize my classroom library. Here's the situation. Some bins are overflowing, some are all mixed up. I need to go through and like actually make sure they're all in good shape. So after some shifting around, everything is organized and fits nicely. There's just a couple of overflowing bins, but both of those are very popular series, and as soon as kids start picking out books, they will be able to all fit. I did have to do some like maneuvering around of like combining different series just to help everything fit in here. So I am gonna need to create some new labels, which I will make at home and print out and slide them in next time I come in. The only other thing on my list right now is to put contact paper on my desk. I bought new white contact paper. I have some on my desk, but it's looking a little rough. But I realized like I keep this here all the time. I keep my chair here all the time. You never see it. I am skipping that and I'm returning it to Amazon. It's just not something that I feel is a priority in the slightest, so I'm not gonna do it. So technically everything that was on my list is accomplished, but that doesn't exactly mean that I am done. I'm pretty much done. But there are like little things here and there that are like in my head that I never wrote down. I should write them down, that I would still like to do. And then I want to do a little bit of prep for the first week, like copies and whatnot. It's only 1:30, so like I have a good amount of time this afternoon to still work. But one of the things I wanted to do was make sure that my class family frames are ready. My class family bulletin board, which you saw in the last vlog, gets filled up with students' family pictures. So I have them bring in a picture or send it to me and I print it out. And then I attach it to a little clothespin with a thumbtack and then pop it up there. I want to make sure I have enough because I don't know what it is. The hot glue doesn't always stay. So sometimes the pin can get detached. So I just want to make sure I have enough. My desk drawers, now that I'm looking at this, are really messy. I did a lot of shoving at the end of last year, and now it's future me's problem. So I'm going to organize that. And then, what was the other thing I wanted to do? Oh, yes, in their spiral bound notebooks, I should have done this before I put them in their desks. I like to section out like a section to use for like academic stuff and a section that they can use for like free drawing during downtime. So last year I had split it into a science section, a social studies section, a writing section, and an other section. Based on how things went last year, I think I just need like one section, hey, save this for like classwork, and then the rest can be their doodling. So I have little tabbies somewhere, bottom last year, these guys that I will put in the side of their journal so they can be like, okay, anywhere behind here you can doodle on, but save the front for academic stuff. So I'll put those in and then I'll figure out what else I have to do. Y'all, I'm so type A. I thrive on a list. Honestly, I think I'm just gonna write all that down before I dive into it all. So my desk is all cleaned out and I got the tabs in the student journals. Let me just show you. This is an extra one for when I inevitably get to move in. I just counted 25 pages in the front to use for academic use, and then I put the little bookmark tabby there and say start here. And from there on back, they can use to doodle, write, whatever they want. My students frequently use those during our spot check time, which is like 10 to 15 minutes when they come back in from recess before we dive into the afternoon, for them to do bathroom breaks, water breaks, calm down, regroup from recess so that we're geared up and ready for the afternoon. And now it is already almost 3 o'clock, which I want to leave by 4. So that gives me an hour to maybe start looking at stuff for the first week. The only other classroom setup thing I haven't done yet is my carpet spots. I considered maybe not doing them this year. Nobody else on my team uses them, and like they just have their kids sit on the carpet wherever they choose, like whether it's in a circle or, you know, facing the front, which is kind of a wild concept to me because I've literally only ever used carpet spots. I really like the control of being like, okay, this pink dot is your assigned dot, this is where you'll go every time. Which, like, maybe I'll start the year without dots and see how it goes. And if I find that my class is struggling on the carpet, like not able to make the right choice on their own of like who to sit next to and who not to, maybe then I roll out the dots. I think we're gonna start the year without dots. My carpet looks kind of sad though. There is a rug that goes with my classroom theme that would be so cute in that space, but it's like $300. So I will not be getting that. Cause like it looks kind of boring. Let me show you. Just like the brown carpet. Normally I have dots that match my theme, like neon rainbow colors, but like I kind of don't feel like doing that. I'm gonna try it without dots. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna start looking through like first week stuff and start sending stuff to the copier and getting stuff done. I think I might come in tomorrow maybe for just like a couple hours to do more of that kind of prep stuff, because I remember like in service week last year you don't have any time to get stuff done. So I would really like to be as prepared as possible for the first week before that time comes. So yeah, let me start going through some of that. Just sitting, computer stuff, and then heading to the copier. And then I will check in later before I leave to give you like the full tour of the finished space. Alrighty folks, let's chat while I get all this together. I got all the copies made, which is incredible. I didn't think I was gonna do them all, but I think I did them all. I'll wanna like look over my first week plans again just to see if there's anything I'm missing. But like I went through my beginning of the year file with all my masters and pulled them out, did them, so I don't know, we'll see. So I wanted to talk about, you know, wrapping up classroom setup. I realized like this morning with all the people in the building, I didn't kick off this vlog on a great note, I feel like. So I did wanna update you and let you know that I was in here for like 45 minutes on Tuesday and I got a little bit of like time-lapsey footage from that. So I will include that here now. I honestly barely even remember what I did, but I will like pop over the time-lapse footage of what I got there, because I know, you know, that's why you're here, for the classroom setup stuff, and there was a little bit of classroom setup. And then I also wanted to show some things that Amber got from my classroom wish list on Amazon. I've got them over here. So she got me some 1.3 millimeter lead for mechanical pencils. My pencil stash has been dwindling over the years, and like we're not starting off with a ton this year. So I have a class set of, oh my goodness, I can't get this open. A class set of the Papermate handwriting ones. They're like triangular and they have really thick lead so it doesn't break on the kids. And this is the replacement lead for it. In the past, I have rolled those out in like February or March when like pencil stash is dwindling, but honestly, I think I'm gonna do it within the first week or two of school this year, because we're starting off with so few pencils, and it's a good way to build like responsibility. I do a whole challenge with it, like if they keep track of it and they're able to like show me each week that they still have their pencil, it's still in good shape, they haven't lost it, give them dojo points for it. So this will be great to refill the kids' pencils as needed. The next thing she got me is a stamper that's going to save me a lot of handwriting that says, please correct and return. There's a little guy. It's self-inking, which is awesome. A lot of times during my math class, I will have kids fix any work that they messed up on the day before, like as a warm-up. So this will be great to just like pop it on their paper and then I don't have to write it all those times. So that's super duper. Then she got me a set of pencil holders. Some of my desks, they're two different styles, and some of them don't have that lip on the inside to put a pencil in. It's literally just flat, so like stuff can roll out. Oh my goodness, there's thunder. I better get out of here before it storms. So pencils just roll out and there's no real place to put them. So this will be great to put on the inside of those desks so that they have a space to actually put their pencil in. And the last thing she got me is so cute. It's a little timer, a visual timer. I need to put the batteries in it, or maybe I just need to pull the thingy out, but it is so cute. Look, it's a rainbow. I love it. So like, I'll be able to have it up there and kids can see like how much time they have left. I often put timers up on my board, but sometimes I'm like using my computer, so like I have the screen frozen and I'm doing other stuff. So this will be good like when I need to freeze the board and not have a timer going, then I can, you know, have an alternate plan. Yeah, I'm so grateful for Amber for contributing to my classroom in that way. It was so nice. I always get so thrilled when like people on the internet just like find it in their hearts to give. I'm like, that is so cool. Like, I'm a stranger, essentially. But yeah, thank you, Amber, so much for your contribution. So yeah, I am putting all of these together. And then, like I said, I will give you that tour around the classroom before I leave, before it starts storming. And then I do think this is gonna be the last day of classroom setup. Like I said, I might come in tomorrow just to do more like desk work planning kind of stuff, which I don't know, maybe I'll vlog, we'll see. But then like I'm done, I'm good to go. Which honestly feels kind of crazy because in the past it's always taken me like 5, 6, 7 full days in the classroom, but this year it's only been like 3.5, which I'm like, am I forgetting something? Or maybe it's just because like I'm in the same room, I'm getting quicker at what I'm doing, I don't know. But I mean, I'm not gonna argue, like I'm good with this. It's just weird and I feel like I'm forgetting something. So I clearly did not beat the storm. It came on so fast, but I do still want to show you the overview of the classroom before I head out today and before the power goes out. So over here, we've got our classroom student work display. And then I thought about putting something up there, but it's been undecided and I'm just gonna leave it for now. If I add something later, I will let you know. We've got our classroom library all organized. Some flexible seating options. I have 2 more lap desks, like little tray ones. I need to find those and put them under there. Got our cutie little decor area set up. All of our cubbies set up. STEM bins. Class family board that will fill up with student pictures soon. Our content area boards. The classroom hub. Ooh, my calm down corner is incomplete. I knew I was forgetting something. So I've got this little tub of things. I had a couple of new things this year. One of those like boogie boards, the LCD screens. LCD? I don't know. And then I got these little gel mazes from Target. So I'll like reorganize those things a little bit so it fits better. But for now, it's there. My little spots poster. This rain is crazy. My student supply center, my indoor recess stuff all organized. Got these new posters over here and my little entryway space. And that concludes classroom setup. Thank you guys so much for coming along on this journey with me. I hope you enjoyed it and I will see you in my next one. Bye.